Are you scared, Kyle H? I'm a good person. Now, there are two ways we can go from here. You can give me your absolute trust, or I can get you hooked on heroin. Heroin's not bad.
From dishing out savage beatdowns to even crossing the line in attempted homicide, Lois has unleashed her inner fury on more than a few occasions. Here's 10 times she went too far. Number 10. She went crazy over a bad review.
Just pack your bags because we leave tomorrow.
I thought you said July 4th. It's October.
Yeah, but we always celebrate our holidays off-peak to save money.
I don't know, this feels forced.
Lois, throughout the show, has shown us that she's a bit of a wild card, desperately trying to keep it together in a household that's far from normal. And while we totally get her frustration, sometimes she goes off the deep end.
Plus, this is our first Airbnb. That's a huge mom milestone.
You know, I heard that every time someone says Airbnb, a white woman can hear it from 5 miles away.
After a lovely family getaway to Nantucket, James Taylor songs included, Lois stumbled upon a less than stellar Airbnb review. And that, my friends, was enough to send her spiraling into uncontrollable madness.
You stole the shampoo, Lois. I'm not changing the review.
A few moments later.
Stop the ferry!
We haven't left yet, ma'am.
As much as we're on Team Lois, we've got to admit going to such extremes just to change a bad review is, well, a little bonkers. But hey, you gotta hand it to her. Her relentless determination did pay off, but at what cost?
Really, I should be thanking you for reminding me of who I am. A secret little psycho with very little to lose. We know where you live.
Number 9. She unleashed her fury to bring Peter back.
Why do women have boobs? So you got something to look at while you're talking to them.
We all know Peter isn't exactly a husband, father, or human material, but if anyone truly gets him, it's his wife, Lois. She knows deep down, like way deep, Peter's got a somewhat decent heart.
You know, I love you, but I have to admit there are times when I wish you were a little more sensitive. And look at me, look at me.
So when they send him off to a female retreat of all things to learn how to treat the fairer sex, Lois isn't thrilled. After all, Peter might be a bit of a sexist and a misogynist, but he's her sexist and misogynist. She's not about to let another woman reshape him.
No wonder your husband didn't respect women.
Excuse me? You bitch.
Fed up with Peter's new attitude and face to face with the woman who has transformed him, Lois lets out all her anger in front of everyone, which surprisingly causes Peter to snap back to his old self. What we'd call a happy ending, or something like that.
Who said that? Oh, hey, Lois. I'm starving. How about a sandwich?
Number 8. She went crazy with her newfound power.
We were about to use that.
You snooze, you lose, lady.
You have two choices. Either my baby swings from this jungle gym, or you do.
Now, when we talk about Lois taking things too far, let's not forget that epic moment when she turned into a full-blown killing machine. And what triggered this transformation, you ask? Well, it was a mix of her training and Peter's usual offbeat antics.
Gather around, everybody. $10 is all it takes. Step right up and fight my wife.
Lois quickly acquired taste for power and morphed into this violent force of nature, always ready to throw down at the slightest provocation. And we all know that Lois can go a bit off the rails in these situations, right?
Get suck, Yankee suck, Nick suck. Krypton sucks.
We were just in the 3rd season when the show dropped this valuable advice on us. It's better to not mess with Lois Griffin, and that includes her family, unless you're willing to go all the way.
This is mine. This is where my babies come from.
Number 7. She told Chris a really creepy story.
Well, I better set out a can of tuna fish and a cigar for Arthur Valentine. I can't wait to see what he brings me.
You want to tell us what the holy hell that was?
The Griffin marriage isn't exactly a shining example of parenting. Quite the opposite, actually. And that became abundantly clear when they shared Chris and Arthur Valentine's story.
You're gonna get tons of Valentines.
I am? From who?
From Arthur Valentine.
Who's Arthur Valentine?
Only the most magical man ever.
Poor Chris grew up believing a big fat lie. And when his folks finally decide to spill the beans, it was too little too late. So what's the bright idea they came up with? You guessed it. They decided to off the fictional character. And like in typical Family Guy fashion, things did not go according to plan.
Oh my God. Hi, Arthur. I love you so much and I haven't cussed once today.
A few moments later.
Arthur! Oh my God, he's dead. He's dead.
Chris ended up traumatized from witnessing Arthur's demise. Now, one might think it's time to get all serious and parental. Well, not Lois. She saw it as a golden opportunity to let off some steam with a rather twisted tale. Yeah, she's definitely running for Mom of the Year.
I killed a jaywalker in 2002. I think about her. That's why all mothers do that. Every mother has killed someone.
Number 6. She locked up Peter in the attic.
Welcome to the Pete Pad, where the dancing's hot, the drinks are hot, everything's just freaking hot. Now I'm busy, so close the floor and get out of here.
Lois deserves some serious props here. Dealing with a character like Peter while trying to keep your cool has to be a real challenge. But sometimes, even considering that tiny detail, Lois can go a bit too far.
Peter, are you guys playing lawn darts in the attic again?
No? Yay, lawn darts! Peter wins lawn darts! She's dumb, she got no idea.
Frustrated by Peter and pals turning the attic into their personal hangout, completely disregarding the rest of the family and the peace of the household, Lois decided to make quite the bold move.
Fine. You like the damn attic so much? Then enjoy the attic!
Did she just lock us in here?
It looks like it. Guys, spin me back. I didn't see what happened.
Locking her husband and crew in the attic. No water, no snacks, barely any ventilation. Might sound a bit extreme, granted, but the gang's threat to break free was just as offbeat. Just another day in the life of this ordinary family. Huh?
Lois, so help me God, if you don't let us out right this second, I'm gonna take a dump on your wedding dress.
You leave my dress alone, Peter!
If it'll get us out of here, I'll make a duty on it.
What, are you nuts?
Number 5. She attacked Peter and Chris.
Hey, I'm home. I got groceries.
You what?
Yeah, I was driving past there and we were out of some stuff, so I...
Lois, the seemingly composed and rational member of the Griffin family, had us fooled for a while. But we quickly learned it didn't take too much to push her over the edge and unleash her inner chaos. Turns out even something as trivial as household chores was enough to set her off.
You listen to me, you son of a bitch! I've got one thing in this lifetime! One thing!
You always say I never do anything around here!
We can't even imagine the stack of garbage poor Lois must have... Can you possibly imagine what she's holding inside of her? To explode like that over something so insignificant? I mean, it's one thing to have a go at your husband, but pouncing on your own son?
Dad, I got the rest from the car.
Chris, run! You were right, she didn't appreciate it!
Oh, crap! Ow!
That's way over the top. Definitely earning a spot on this list. After watching these now, we're gonna think twice before poking fun at Lois in these videos.
That's right. I do groceries.
Number 4. She turned into a shoplifter. Among the countless times Lois has gone over the edge during this show, this one is undeniably one of our top picks. It all went down when, almost accidentally, Lois stumbled upon a way to break free from her mundane housewife routine. She turned into a shoplifter.
Oh my God, that was such a rush! I'm alive!
This new obsession consumed Lois entirely, to the point where she didn't even stop to think about the consequences her actions could bring both her and her family. Before you knew it, she found herself in a legal mess.
Sorry, Lois. Regulations. I can't give you any special treatment.
It's okay, Joe. I understand.
Shut up, maggot!
But not satisfied with that, Lois made a daring escape from jail just to continue putting not only her family, but also her friends at risk. It's another typical week in the life of Lois Griffin.
I can't hang on!
Pretend I'm your child, Lois! Nutmeg, nutmeg!
Number 3. She went berserk during Christmas.
Okay, so a couple of things have gone wrong, but we can still have a great Christmas. Let's lose the bad tidings, clean up this mess, and find that holiday cheer.
The holiday season can be a pretty touchy time of year, especially for poor Lois. She's tasked with corralling her family into some semblance of holiday cheer. And let's face it, for someone like Lois, it's easy to reach a boiling point.
No paper towels!
Watching her Christmas plans go up in smoke, she hit that breaking point and unleashed her inner Hulk, leaving a trail of chaos and mayhem behind. Oh, believe me, you don't want to be anywhere near her when she's like that.
Hey, lady, you got something to say to me?
Yeah.
What the? Take it off! Take it off!
And while her meltdown was truly biblical and rightfully earning a spot on this list, she's really fortunate to have a loving family that looks out for her, right?
What if she never comes back?
I think the bigger question is, if this is the way she's gonna act at Christmas, do we even want her back?
All right, which is better?
Number 2. She unleashed chaos just to become Customer of the Week.
This week's Customer of the Week is... Lester!
You know, after watching this video, one thing's for sure. Lois is like a pressure cooker, always ready to blow that top. Sure, she may seem all cool and composed, but the smallest bump in the road can turn her into a complete wild card.
This week's Customer of the Week is... Terry New Customer.
Now, most people wouldn't give two hoots about becoming the Customer of the Week at their favorite coffee joint, but for Lois, oh boy, it was like winning the lottery. So when she missed out on that title, well, let's just say she went full-on psycho mode.
Okay, I'll just pour some of these Planters peanuts into Lisa's car. The official peanut of poisoning people with allergies.
What? No, she's kidding. Come on, look at me.
Oh, she took it to that next level, even poisoning her barista to save her life. Which, as you can imagine, set off this hilariously chaotic chain of events. Yeah, all for the sake of that Customer of the Week badge. If that's not taking things way too far, I don't know what is.
Are you scared, Kyle H? I'm a good person. Now, there are two ways we can go from here. You can give me your absolute trust, or I can get you hooked on heroin.
And number 1, she got rid of absolutely everything.
Oh, Peter, these are Asian techniques and they're new to me. I have to buy this book, read 2 chapters, then leave it on my nightstand for a year.
If there is one character in this show who's got a soft spot for self-help and personal growth, it's Lois. We all know she's living on the edge, dealing with Peter day in and day out. So when she stumbled upon Trisha Takanawa's life-changing book, she dove headfirst into the quest for decluttering and keeping only the joy-sparking stuff.
She says that when you declutter your house, you declutter your mind and clear a path to true happiness.
How about a clear path to dinner, bitch?
But in classic Lois fashion, her journey to inner peace took a wild detour, resulting in a whirlwind of madness as she literally purged everything from her life. And I mean everything.
Since when do you surf?
Oh, I don't. I just rolled around in the sand and brought home this bucket of alive crabs.
Peter, you don't kindle joy.
What?
We've watched her lose it over the most trivial things, taking them to a whole new level of absurdity countless times. But hands down, come on, this one takes the cake as one of the quirkiest and funniest moments. In turn, snagging the number 1 spot on our list.
Why am I still not happy? What have I done? It looks like there's only one thing left to get rid of. The mirror.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Please be sure to subscribe and like the video for more Family Guy content. Check out Family Guy's 10 funniest things Peter did while drunk, shown on your screen right now. It's awesome.